I'm Shane Jones with the sports news. A brilliant maiden double century from Ian Bell and then top class off spin from Graham Swan put England on course for a clean sweep of their 4-test series against India. Bell scored 235 and Ravi Bopara chipped in with 44 as England declared on 591 for 6 on day 3 at the Oval. Graham Swan then ended the day with figures of 3 for 27 as the Indians finished on 103 for 5, still 488 runs behind. In other cricket news, Australia won the 4th one-day international against Sri Lanka at the Premadasa Stadium to take an unassailable 3-1 lead in the 5-match series. Scores in that game, Sri Lanka 132 and the Australians made 133 for 5. Locally now, rain-dominated proceedings on the opening day of the Lime BCA 1st Division 7th Series. It accounted for no action at Trents and Bayfield. Action in the other matches began after 3 o'clock. One of them was at the Brewery where home team Banks took on Sagicor UWI. Sent into bat, UE finished the day on 91 for 5. Scores in other matches at Beckles Road, YMPC 161 for 4 versus Lime. At Foursquare, ASA Field Pickwick 284 versus Tally Barbados Carlton, 28 for 4 that should be. And at Paragon, BDF Sports Program 43 for 4 versus Supercenter Spartan Suleiman Ben took 3 for 14. Meantime, the semi-finals of the Sagicor General Super Cup will be played tomorrow. At Yorkshire, ICBL Empire goes up against Carlton, while at Darrells Road, BNB St. Catherine will take on Pickwick. Play starts at 9:30. Barbadian Gregmar Swift just missed out on a place in the final of the 110-meter hurdles at the World University Games in China. Swift was 3rd in the semi-final in 13.90 seconds. The top 2 in each heat advanced, plus the next fastest times. Swift had the 9th fastest mark overall. Well, the woes for Arsene Wenger continue. Arsenal were reduced to 10 men and scored an own goal as the Gunners went down 2-0 to Liverpool today. It was the first time in 11 years that Liverpool won at the Emirates Stadium. It's one of the fastest growing sports in the world right now, and it's on local shores. Disc golf is a game started in the 1970s in the USA. Now it's a lot like traditional golf, but with a twist.
Instead of trying to put the ball in the little hole, the disc goes into a basket, it catches it. The score's the same, par 3, par 4, par 5. Object's the same, the integrity is the same. It's just a great game, so we call it golf for the next generation. We have 9 holes and 18 holes, mostly 18-hole courses. We're hoping to install a 9-hole course here in Barbados. We've donated 9 baskets, so if we can get a place to put them on the island, we'll install them for free. We're using, they're called discs, and they have different wings and different curvatures, and what you can do is you can shape them just like balls. You can hit slices and fades and high and low, and in the end, you can control them, and it makes it more fun. They go anywhere from 100 feet to the guy that we brought from the United States, 803 feet he threw it.
The thinner the disc is, the faster it is, and the further down the fairway that action happens. And some discs, like he was explaining with the wings, you know, based on how the air hits the bottom of the disc, will determine how fast that action happens. So it's just a timing thing, and repetition. You got to practice over and over and over to get consistent feel and, you know, throwing. And it's really cool, actually. You know, just the aerodynamics of it. When you look at it, you're like, wow, this thing really moves through the air. That's what's really exciting about this game, is that you control everything from your hand.
Well, the weather affected today's demonstration at the 3Ws Park, but the disc golfers will be there tomorrow up until 5:30 in the evening for a full day of action. Some of the discs will be given away, while the Duke of Edinburgh Award scheme will be a major recipient of some of the equipment. That's sports. Weather is next.
Well, a very good evening to all, and we had cloudy to overcast skies here in Barbados today. Pockets of moderate to heavy showers, but loads of thunderstorm activity. Actually, we just had 12.8 millimeters of rainfall at the airport all total. Some sections could have had a bit more, but I just got some new news from the Grantley Adams International Airport. We are in contact with the personnel in the National Hurricane Center. As I speak, there's a reconnaissance aircraft circling in the system, and it actually has been upgraded to Tropical Storm Irene, but the center of that system is way to the north, 14.5 degrees north, approximately 57.8 degrees west. So recent that the first advisory has not yet been issued. We could very well get it in the next 15 minutes to half hour or so. But in terms of what occurred here in Barbados, the temperature still was a little on the hot side, 30.9 degrees Celsius. The minimum temperature went down to 24.3. At 6 o'clock, skies were still cloudy at the airport, 27.2. The humidity stood at 86%. And the winds were out of the northeast at 8 kilometers per hour. Now, there's one tropical wave in the far eastern Atlantic that is around 28 degrees west. And that has an area of low pressure, some potential for strengthening, but it is expected to move to the northwest. This is where all the action was today. We have what was a strong tropical wave with an area of low pressure to the north. As I indicated, that has been upgraded to Tropical Storm Irene in the vicinity of 14.5 degrees north, approximately 57.8 degrees west. The system is presently moving to the west-northwest at about 20 miles per hour, so that watches and warnings are going to be raised for some of the extreme northern islands, Puerto Rico islands in that general area. The maximum sustained winds are in the vicinity of about 40 miles per hour. And of course, this system is expected to generate quite a bit of shower activity in the north. For us in the south, we had some pockets of activity, as I indicated. There is still a fair amount of residual moisture that is to the south of us, and as a result, we're going to be looking at cloudy skies tonight and scattered showers, maybe even a chance of isolated thunderstorms. But for us, the worst has passed. It is to the extreme north of the island chain that the threat of Tropical Storm Irene will be greatest. Well, let's take a look now at our expectations for Barbados for tonight and tomorrow. Sunrise tomorrow, 5:46. Sunset will be at 16 minutes after 6. The tides, the first high tide 29 minutes to 9 in the a.m. The second is going to be at 16 minutes after 8 in the p.m. The first low tide 2:36 in the a.m. The second is going to be at 1:43 in the afternoon. The seas are up. Moderate to rough in open water, peaking at 3 meters, so small craft warning is in effect, so we're urging you to be extremely cautious. The winds easterly to southeasterly, 15 to 35 kilometers per hour for us here in Barbados. Of course, they're going to be gusting over the northern portion of the island chain as Irene moves closer tonight. Generally cloudy with some scattered showers here in Barbados, and for tomorrow, partly cloudy to cloudy with some scattered showers at first, improving as the day goes by. And for the Lesser Antilles tonight, generally cloudy to overcast with some showers and scattered thunderstorms. And for tomorrow, over the leewards and northern windwards, generally cloudy with scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. And of course, elsewhere in the island chain, for tomorrow, partly cloudy to occasionally cloudy with a few scattered showers.